The Albany Empire made a big announcement this morning, a 6'7" big announcement at their quarterback position for the upcoming season. Tommy Grady is the name you need to know when it comes to who's playing QB for the Albany Empire in 2018. He is a 2012 Arena Football League MVP, set all kinds of passing records in that season. And listen, there's nobody to tell us about the new quarterback than a great quarterback himself, and that is Ron Jaworski, team owner for the Albany Empire. He's in the Capital Region, and he was here to make that announcement this morning. Ron, Chris Honorato, and Brian Mariano with you here. We're in for Roger this morning. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Chris and Brian, great to be with you guys. I'm actually at the Empire practice right now. We just did make the announcement that we have signed the great Tommy Grady. That will be the quarterback of the Albany Empire. There is tremendous excitement here. We have built a really good team, but as you guys know, a key component in the Arena Football League, a passing league, is the quarterback position. And Tommy is one of the best. And I'll just throw some numbers out there you see, and they are absolutely superlative. In his career, 701 touchdown passes. He had a season in 2012 where you just mentioned he was a league MVP, 142 touchdown passes. And in a single game, he's at a game where he's thrown 12 touchdown passes. So we will not only compete on the field, we're going to compete for a world championship on the field here in Albany. Great excitement around this team right now.
Ron, what is it about Tommy Grady that just makes him the right guy for an expansion team specifically?
Well, he's a veteran player. He's been around this league for 9 years. He's 33 years old. He's a mature young man. And I think it's a real testament and tribute to this community of Albany that a player of this caliber who was living down in Jacksonville was considering playing in Jacksonville, and he chose Albany. So I think, you know, when he came up here and talked to the ownership group and saw this city, he was enamored by what he saw. So to have him as our quarterback, well, it's just so positive, and there's a great energy amongst the team right now. As I said, we've assembled a really good team. Rob Keefe, our head coach's staff, have been phenomenal, but you have to have that trigger man. That trigger man is now here in Albany.
So Ron, you didn't tell Tommy that it snowed here yesterday, huh?
Yeah, he was here. Yeah, he saw a little snow. I said, don't worry, we're playing golf in 2 weeks.
Rod, so now we're still in the midst of training camp, and we're about a week and a half away from the opener at the Times Union Center against the Philadelphia Soul. How close are we to finalizing the roster for that opening game?
Yeah, we had a cut down on Friday. We're down to 28 players. We'll have a 24-man roster, so we are almost there. And this team's fired up. They know the world champion Philadelphia Soul are coming in next week, 11 days away from opening kickoff. And, you know, there is great excitement. First of all, the guys want to make the team. And number two, they want to beat Philadelphia, the defending world champion. So around the team and the organization, great excitement. We are now opening up upper-level seats. The lower bowl is already sold out. So we've been so well received here in the Albany area. We couldn't be more excited. And with the acquisition now of Tommy Grady and a world-class quarterback, and you're going to see tremendous football right now. So I think this is kind of the matchstick that will ignite the fire here in Albany. And, you know, we'll not only have the lower bowl filled, we'll have that whole damn arena filled. And we got some great, exciting news that we're going to announce in the next couple of days in regards to the Albany Empire.
Can you give us a taste? Can you give us a teaser of what that might be about?
Well, you know, you guys used to have a great player here. I think his name was Eddie something or other.
Yeah.
And, he's got a son that's a pretty good player in the NFL. And, how's that for just a little bit of a leak?
I like it. Yeah, that season opener touchdown Eddie Brown's number will be retired, raised to the rafters at the Times Union Center, one of the most electrifying players ever in Arena Football League history. It'll be a big night, April 14th. There's no doubt about that in downtown Albany. Ron, when we go back to what Tommy Grady has done on the field, with only 4 teams, and we talked to Coach Keefe about this a number of times, he had said, yo, look, we've targeted one player in particular who we'd love to be our quarterback. But we have a few in mind if that one falls through. Would you say Tommy Grady was 1A on the list of guys to go get for this new franchise?
He was 1, 2, and 3. He was the guy that Rob and the coaching staff, our owners, had targeted since day one when we knew that he was available. And as you look at the Arena Football League right now, again, a quarterback-driven league, you got Dan Radabaugh. I mean, Davila down in Washington, Hipper down in Baltimore. It's like having Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Joe Montana in the league. I mean, these are the greatest that have ever played this game. So as excited as I am for Albany right now, I'm excited about all the games around this league because of the caliber of football players now playing in the Arena Football League. Very, very exciting. And as the league is going to grow in the next couple of years, the fact that we've got 4 of the best quarterbacks in the league history playing this year is remarkable.
Ron, I know you're a Philadelphia native, and right now after last night, Villanova taking down the NCAA men's championship, and now since the Eagles have won the Super Bowl, Philly is like the place to be when it comes to a sports town. What is in the water down there in Philadelphia that all the sports teams are now coming to fruition?
Well, it's taken a long time, guys. It took the Eagles 52 years, although Villanova's done it 2 of the last 2 years. They've been pretty good, but it's kind of interesting. You see the Philadelphia 76ers are playing great basketball right now. The Philadelphia Flyers had a big win against Boston on Sunday. They're in the hunt right now. So, it's kind of funny. There's a thing called momentum, and, everyone saw, oh, hey, the Philadelphia Soul won. They won a championship. And then all of a sudden, oh, the Eagles, they win the Super Bowl. Now Villanova. So you start getting a sense of belief that, hey, you're on the streak right now. And I know there's a good feeling in Philadelphia right now about their professional sports teams.
Ron Jaworski with us here on Big Board Sports and 104.5 The Team ESPN Radio. An exciting morning for the Albany Empire, bringing in Tommy Grady, 6'7", 245, and a little background on Tommy, the Huntington Beach, California native. He started his college career at Oklahoma. He's the backup to Jason White when White won the Heisman Trophy for the Sooners, and then he went on to Utah, where in his senior season he led an upset of then number 11 UCLA. So he's got the collegiate background, he's got the AFL background, and we mentioned he was an MVP in 2012. And Joss, you threw out some of those gaudy numbers he had that season. I know you're a busy man. We will let you run and enjoy a little bit of practice there as Tommy Grady shows off for the local media.
Yeah, he is here. He's already done his press conference, and I tell you, I will just invite all your listeners to come and watch this young quarterback play the game. You're in for a real treat. One of the preeminent quarterbacks in the Arena Football League now resides here in Albany with the Empire. Come out and watch this young man and watch his team. You will be in for a shocking surprise. It's quality football.
Ron, one more question just out of curiosity,
Sure.
Because I think people who are NFL fans strictly would hear 33 and say, boy, is he at the tail end of his career? Where is Tommy Grady in his AFL career?
Well, I'll say this, he's a young 33. He's in great shape. You mentioned his stature, 6'7", 235, 240. He's been healthy. He hasn't been beat up, so I think clearly he could be the quarterback here for another 5 or 6 years.
Love it. There you go. Ron Jaworski, thank you so much, man. Look forward to seeing you on opening night.
You got it. Thank you, guys.